Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your girl B with 10100 Media back again with another video. Today, I am talking about routine and organization and how important it is, especially when you're first starting out as an entrepreneur, full-time filmmaker, full-time creative, whatever we want to call ourselves. You know what I mean? So what I've learned is routine and organization is super key because it requires a certain discipline that you just have to develop, and you have to develop it very quickly, or else you'll start to see things kind of pile up on you and things just become overwhelmingly ridiculous. Like you can't even function. So what I've learned is I like to get up early. So first thing I do is I start my day off anywhere from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning, no later than 6. So I'll get up in the morning. First thing that I like to do is I like to go ahead and get a good stretch in my body. Just get my body kind of moving and stretching, make up my bed and then stretch. And then I'll go ahead and come in the kitchen and get a nice hot cup of coffee. I love coffee. I'm not giving that up. I usually only have 1 cup a day. So that kind of gets me going and kind of gets the brain and the body kind of functioning along with the stretching that I did previously. The next thing that I like to do is I like to sit down and I like to read my Bible. I'll go ahead and read that to just get and keep a spiritual grounding that day. It helps me feel good. It helps me concentrate. It helps me just feel good and start the day off on a positive note. Then I like to go ahead and read a second book, which is right now I'm reading Profit First. And it's a great book in learning how to manage your money as a business and how to profit. So I read that. I do about 2 pages, 3 pages, depending on how much time I have that day. And depending on if there's client work or just some personal projects that I want to get done, I'll tend to flex that time a little bit. So I spend a good 30 minutes to anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and a half of just reading content that helps me in my day, that helps me push forward as a business owner, that helps me do things that I need to do to stay grounded and to stay focused. So I really enjoy that. Reading time is key for me. So the other thing that I like to do is go ahead and get started on my day. Usually my week starts on a Sunday. So Sunday night, couple of hours before bed, I'll get to thinking about my week and how I want to shape that week out. I'll go ahead and plan if I have any client work that week, how much time that's going to take, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But one of the things that's really helped me is having 2 whiteboards. One is a calendar. The other is a big whiteboard that is just blank, that allows me the space to just write everything down, like literally everything. My goals, the things that I have to do that week, the YouTube ideas that I have, any other ideas that I have that I want to work on, personal projects, spec work that I want to put down, even Instagram posts that I want to go ahead and post for the week or for the month or however I'm doing that month, depending on my schedule. The whiteboards, I will admit, they were a bit expensive, but they were worth every single penny. And I say that because being able to have a space a huge space where you can really think about your week and what you want to do and how you want to do it, ideas that you have in your head, being able to just write them down immediately on a whiteboard works for me. For some people, it works in an agenda calendar, like a small calendar or whatnot, but I need it big. I need to see it. I need it to bother me until I get it done. So that is my method of organization, and those things have been key. I think I've been using those now for about 2, almost 3 weeks now, and that has been like a big key. I've heard a lot of YouTubers and a lot of people talking about it, but it's golden. It's goals. Like I'm telling you, if you don't have a whiteboard and a white calendar, you need to get one. Get one now, a whiteboard calendar, a blank whiteboard, get one and thank me later. Go down in the comments below. Let me know how it's working for you after about a week or 2. I promise you, you will love it. The other thing that I like to do is go ahead and get started on my day. It depends on what it is I have to do. So I'll go ahead and edit all day if I need to really push to get a deadline out. And I like to get to my edits early. I don't like to let them linger too much. If I have a big project, I'll go ahead and like edit on it maybe like 3 or 4 hours that day and use the other 4 hours for my personal projects or any other client work that I might have to do. So I just make sure that I kind of spread out my day. Sometimes days are a little bit longer than what I expect. So sometimes it will be a 14-hour day or a 15-hour day. And some days, like literally, it'll just be 4 hours. Like some days I'll be done with things earlier than expected. And I'll just be like, okay, great. Well, I got time to catch up on this. Or you know what? I'm a bit tired today. Let me just chill out for the rest of the day and hang. Usually I don't have very many weekends off just yet because I'm always kind of working, but I'm really learning to just take time and just enjoy time with friends, time with family. I've been able to do that more, which has just been a blessing in itself. If I can recommend anything to anybody, I would say just make sure you find an organization method that works for you. Like it has to work for you. But this is something, little tips and tricks that I've learned that's just really, really helped me out, really helped me stay organized and just stay focused on the goals that I have. 2020 has been probably one of the most challenging years for all of us, but I'm remaining in a positive space of it's not over yet and there's still time to make this year end on a stronger note. So organization and routine is key. If I can give any advice to anybody, please do that. If you don't do nothing, get yourself organized, because when you're going out on your own, it's so easy to say, I'll do it tomorrow. It's so easy to procrastinate, and procrastination is like my best friend. But with this organization key and just learning those things, it's been awesome. It's been dope for me. I'm not gonna lie, it's been super dope. If I can leave you with any last thing, I would say make sure you do up to 3 tasks a day, like 3 main high priority tasks that you have to get done. Because if you start filling your day up, which is what I did at first, you start filling your day up with 50 things to do that day, or 5 things or 10 things to do that day, and you don't get to them, you kind of feel like you failed, right? And for me, I'm like, okay, I like checking off the boxes. It's so small, but I love checking off the boxes in my to-do list. So when I check them off, you know, I'm like, okay, cool, it's done. If I got all 3 of my things done that day, then I'm like, okay, great, I did great. I'm moving forward and I feel good about what I'm doing. So if I can recommend anything, just make sure you only do 3 top tasks a day, because trying to fill up your to-do list with 50 million things to do in one day, you're just gonna be overwhelmed, overworked, confused, frustrated, and everything else. So organization is key. If you guys have any other ideas on organization or routine, go ahead and leave that in the comments. I would love to hear them. Maybe that's something that I can add to my own routine and organization of how I do things. So anyways, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. I hope you guys are all well, and be safe out here in these streets, man. It's rough. Peace.
Don't let it go. Chasing a dream. What you do, don't let it go. Chasing a dream.